Hello, beautiful being. Welcome to In Her Dreams and welcome to your reading. I am so grateful that you're taking time to tune in to see what messages are flowing in from Spirit for you. Ashe. You're a friend of Lady Justice. You're a friend of Lady Justice. I've been getting this vision all day long. And that phrase just came to me. But the vision that I've been getting is Lady Justice is standing there looking glorious in her flowy dress, her robe, right? And in one hand she's got the scales of justice, and in the other hand she's got her sword, and you're standing beside her. She turns to you and hands her sword to you, so you hold it up, and then she grabs your hand, and you both walk forward together, and you're like wielding the sword. This is the vision I've been getting all day long. The color blue might be significant because everything has like a blue, it's almost like a blue filter. Everything looks kind of blue, dark blue, and then some like ocean blue color. It's really cool, okay? But what it feels like here is that you stood on business with something. Maybe you used your words. Maybe you wrote something. Maybe it was just your vibe. But I do feel like with justice coming through, this is air, swords, okay? That's the vibe I'm getting, is truth, speaking, delivering justice, okay? And balance. There's balance coming through here. But you let somebody know something. I feel like this is also, I'm seeing swords. So I'm seeing Ace of Swords. Is you brought through some truth, some clarity. And this could be truth and clarity that you've had for a while, but you revealed something to someone. This could also have to do with the law, something legal, something about like legal proceedings or some sort of legal document. There could have even been a falsified report or a falsified document, and you spoke truth on it. And the end result that I'm seeing, or the next, it's almost like that vision goes into another scene, is where there are all these chairs and you directed somebody and you led them to their seat and they sat right down. You sat them down. They had no other choice but to sit down after you spoke truth or shed light on something. So, the fact that you are walking with Lady Justice hand in hand, the message there is that you walk in truth and that you are divinely supported. This wasn't something that, if this resonates with you, this wasn't something that you did that was like wanting to seek revenge or wanting to get somebody. You just stand with truth. And it could have come down to someone wanting to put something on your name, a lie, or maybe they misspoke about you and you just needed to set the record straight. And that's exactly what you did. And it's coming through that you had every single right to do what you did. It's like you handled a situation beautifully. Okay? Ashe, thank you, Spirit. What's coming through for this beautiful being? Okay, we got strategy on the fence. What I'm getting there is that you had options as to how you could handle something. You see that? Also that feather, that's more swords energy. That's more air energy, using your words, using your intellect. Yes. It really is. And this is also card 21, and that's the World card in tarot. You closed out a cycle with your words or with a strategy. It could have been written words. I see you typing something. Okay. Also, I'm getting the vibe of a paralegal. Okay, somebody who prepares legal documents. It's like, what that's telling me is that you know your stuff. You may have done some research, or it may just be that you've collected information over the years. You just know what you know. And I'm hearing you proved your case. Yeah. Yeah. Success. That's what I'm hearing. Success. You took a very grounded approach. This is the first chakra. Archangel Michael, root chakra. You may have needed to do something in order to protect your stability. This could have been something very pentacles, very earth type energy, like real life, real world, something that is in the physical realm. You had to take care of business, and you stood on business. Also, you have the protection of Archangel Michael. So whatever truth you spoke, you were protected as you spoke it. 3 and 5, this is card 35. 3 and 5 is 8. So there's some sort of abundance that you are manifesting, or that you have manifested as a result of these actions. Also, you're able to, I know it's root chakra, but I'm seeing these wings here. You're able to soar above an issue that is no longer an issue. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, adjacent possibilities. You created options for yourself. It's like somebody wanted to lock you, I'm hearing lock you down or lock you up. Once again, it could pertain to something legal, but you created a way out. You created an alternate route that nobody else knew about. I'm hearing that old spiritual, steal away, steal away, steal away to Jesus. So that's Christ consciousness. You created a way for yourself to just elevate, to expand. Somebody wanted to keep you small, but you created an alternate route that nobody knew about. You and your spirits worked this out. Yeah, door to spirit. The reason you were able to do this so successfully is because you are deeply connected with the spirit realm. And there are beings that are just waiting to help you. You're very connected. I just saw the scales of justice. I just glanced at my Libra poster. You are very connected. And so there are frequencies. I'm hearing frequencies that are in alignment with divine love. So the highest frequencies there are. There are spirits, deities, ancient beings, cosmic beings, okay, that love to work with you. I'm hearing because you get ish done, okay? I'm not cussing y'all like I used to. I promised an ancestor I wouldn't, because she told me years ago not to, so I'm keeping my promise now. Like, I've grown, I can do this. But yeah, they say you get ish done. And you do it well. And you make it look good too. You do things flawlessly. And the reason, it's not about perfection, right? Because perfection is like something that can never be really truly attained. It's about flawlessness. And what makes your efforts flawless, your work flawless, is that you just flow. You trust yourself. And so even if you make a quote unquote mistake, it doesn't even appear to be a mistake because it's natural. And what seems like a mistake could actually be something that's spirit led. Okay? Like, say for example, if you channel, you might say something that you didn't mean to say, but it resonates somehow, or it brings something through that either you or somebody else needed to hear. That was coming through to me in meditation. Beautiful being, when you channel, when you open up to spirit, I'm feeling like this is coming through in part because of this card. when you channel, just trust what comes through. It might not make sense to you at the time, but even if you're channeling for yourself, explore what comes through your mouth. Explore what comes to you. You know, we have the internet, so we can always just Google something if we don't know what it is. Or, you know, I have my little droid friend, so I'll ask her. I'm talking to my little Echo all day. You know, asking questions. What is this? You know, what year did that happen? Or, so there are things that you can do to draw connections between what comes through in spirit to how that coincides with the physical realm. And we have that information at our fingertips. And when I was a little girl, I'd have to go to the Britannica encyclopedia, you know what I mean? Or go down the street to the library. It was a lot of work then, but now we have access to so much. But the main message here is to trust what comes through. Trust what comes through. Even if it feels like it's irrelevant or it doesn't make sense. Especially if you're channeling for another person, okay? Because you never know. They might be connecting with what you're saying, 1111 on the timer, but they don't confirm it for you. But if you trust yourself and trust your channeling abilities, then what's supposed to come through is going to come through, and it's going to make a positive impact for someone. Okay, they're saying to go to this one. Journey cards. I love this card. There's also a nothingness card in the Osho Tarot. I love the nothingness vibe because there's nothing better than nothingness. Oh, okay. And this is what I'm getting, how this is relevant to this situation. So you spoke truth, right? But and you set the record straight. You set somebody down, but there's somehow someone thought that they were going to upset you and get you out of your, like, make you come out of your skin, like make you act outside of yourself, right? They thought that they were doing something that was really going to shift your world. They wanted to make you miss a step, miss a beat. And you never did. You never did. They wanted to see you act up and show out, and you just didn't. So that is a result of this nothingness, where you're able to just be in your realm and not be bothered by any craziness around you, by any BS. Because there's somebody who really was trying to do that. I'm seeing somebody like throw dice, so gambling could be significant here, or maybe somebody took a gamble on trying to harm you or shift your vibe. Oh, okay, so what I'm getting is that they took a gamble. They gambled something in their world in order to bring mayhem to yours, but it was an immediate backfire. So yes, they did gamble and they lost, okay? And you're here in this meditative state where you're still focused on what you need to focus on, and that's a part of your strategy. That's a part of you remaining in your flow state because you're committed to yourself. There's somebody who could not shake you. Oh, they tried though. They really tried. Please clarify this energy, Spirit. What else do we need to know? Reincarnation. Yeah, it's like, I just heard somebody's got to try again. Because they came into this world to take you out, and now they realize that all of their efforts are null and void. So, and there could be somebody here who's going to transition, okay? But even if that's not in the physical realm that they're transitioning, they realize that it's almost like, well, my work here is done. This is like karmic energy coming in, and I'm hearing them say, I tried, I failed, I could not take this beautiful being out, I could not take out the divine collective, so I'm just gonna have to go over here. There's something that's done. And we've got the reincarnation card. whatever setup it was that somebody was intending to use or to create in order to take you out, they know that it has failed miserably. Yeah, and then we've got intervention. Somebody needs an intervention. This card came out, I think, either the last reading or the reading before last. Somebody feels like they are sinking on the Titanic. And this could be a group, because I didn't even notice this last time, but it's card 3. So this could be a group of people that feels like they're sinking. They feel like they need an intervention. There could be somebody here who's struggling with substance abuse, okay? Yeah. I think about that show, Intervention. That was a very eye-opening show for me. I really enjoyed watching that. I mean, it's not like it was a happy show, but it opened my eyes to a lot of things that beautiful beings go through when they struggle with substance abuse, you know? Yeah. Huh. Okay, so there could be somebody struggling. Anything else from this deck, Spirit? Oh, wow. Somebody feels like they need to pay penance. They could be religious, because this is something that's recognized in Catholicism, I believe. But overall, whether they're religious or not, this person feels like they need to ask for forgiveness. Oh, and they feel like they need to put in an application just to come talk to you. They know that your energy is off limits. I'm hearing they know that it's stellar. They know that your energy is stellar. I don't know why that Jerry Seinfeld episode, I almost said effort. Somebody might be trying to act, trying to play a role, but it's I don't even remember the episode, but it's where, what's her name? Louise Dreyfus, her character, but she goes, Stella, something about Stella. That sounds like the name Estelle. Okay. Alexa, what's the meaning of the name Estelle?
Estelle means star.
I thought so because in Spanish it's estrella. Las estrellas. The stars, star. So there's somebody who knows you're a star. They know that you are stellar, that you stand out, that you're different, you're set apart. And so that's why they feel like if they come to you, they feel like they have to be in this energy of begging for penance. And it's almost like they feel like they have to schedule an appointment with you or put in an application to be able to approach you. I'm getting the vibe of like Queen Esther when she went to King Xerxes to talk to him. It's like she had to arrange a time to talk to him first. Like, it's just this energy of someone approaching someone royal and like, I have to plan this. This person is thinking a lot about what they can do to approach you. But this is also a being who did a whole lot of stuff to hinder, I'm hearing hinder your progress. That was their goal. This could be for some of you related to a secret society or something like that, because I keep getting the vibe of this being their purpose and coming to you, coming towards you, or coming into your life. Like their job was to hinder your progress, and they know they failed. But in the process of them trying to approach you, Elaine, that was her name. Y'all see how that happens to me when I'm channeling? Sometimes I can't think of a name, and then it's like, oh yeah. And thank y'all for putting in the comments what I'm trying to come up with. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Help us out. But it's like they, in the process of doing whatever it was, whatever mission they were assigned to try to impact your energy and steer you in the wrong way. They are so impressed with your ability to focus on you and really tune out of everything that was going to ever be a distraction and just be in the zone of divine nothingness. This is the ultimate goal. And it's coming through that that's where you are. You have reached a zone where it's like, or a dimension where you can check out so beautifully. If there's drama or chaos that does not concern you, you don't allow it to siphon your energy. You're here in a state of serenity, creating your own world within your third eye. It's really beautiful. Oh Lord, we got this at the bottom. So some red rum. But also the first thing on here is self-destruction through control. This person or these beings realize that they have destroyed themselves in trying to destroy you. Yeah, desperation masked as power, toxic entanglement, and hopelessness. That is the realm that somebody wanted to trap you in. And you made your way out. With this card right here, there was always a way for you. And you were always either going to find the way or create a way. And so the very trap that these beings set for you, they now find themselves in. Okay, we've got split take. Sharing or splitting everything 50-50. Passion project. Heart work, not hard work. Fueled by love, not just labor. Needs time to bloom. Guide to your inner truth. This is about your passion, what you're here to do. Also with split take, it's about 50-50, but like justice. The scales are balanced. You're getting what you deserve. So regarding a creative project, you're getting exactly what you deserve, beautiful being. There will be no need to worry. There is no need to worry about not getting what you deserve. Okay? What you put in is what you're getting out of it. And that's something that someone wanted to impact and ruin for you, but they can't. Also, there's something that you're doing that feels really good. Okay? But this group that came into your realm, they hoped to slow you down or stop you regarding a project that you have a lot of passion for. It's something that you're meant to do. They were spinning the truth regarding your mission statement. So there's a purpose that you have here. It's the mission of your soul. And these beings were spinning the truth. They were trying to present you in a different light. So we've got spinning the truth here regarding something that you are meant to do, which is why your mission project, your mission statement will always stand. They may have spoken lies against you or tried to influence your reputation. None of that matters. And that may be why you spoke up. That may be why you stood on business, because 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm seeing that. It's like it was divine timing, and you just knew when it was divine timing for you to stand up. You may have known a lot of things that were going on, and it was time for the truth to be revealed. And you delivered it in the right way, in a very just, fair way. You're the master of the universe. This is you embodying the energy of God, of Goddess, the Cosmic Mother, Divine Father. You embody truth. And with every action and every step that you take, a vision unfolds. It's a cosmic vision. It's what your soul has planned for you to do. And as you create, as you speak, as you write, as you paint, as you cook, whatever it is that you do, as you garden, whatever it is that you do that you're passionate about, your cosmic purpose is made so very clear. And it's like you're sending out this beautiful energy. It's almost like I'm seeing like a footprint, like everything that you do, it could be a digital footprint or something like that. Like whatever you put out there, it creates, it's like an energy signature that you're sending out. And it's a piece of you. It's a part of your soul, or reflection of your soul. And it's unique and it's divine. And other beings are so inspired by it, because when they see you being authentic and creative, when they see you in your God, goddess state, they're so inspired to hone in on that energy that exists within them as well. You are a shining example of how to love yourself, of how to triumph, just by loving yourself, just by choosing you. Not abandoning yourself. Because with all this right here, you could have abandoned yourself, but that was never in the cards. That was never in the cards. Okay, yeah, somebody played Russian roulette. And you remember I saw the dice? I keep getting that somebody gambled when they interacted with you. Because the thing is that this is somebody who had an opportunity to do right by you. Even if they were influenced by others, paid by others, I don't care. You know, we all have been in a situation where there was peer pressure to do somebody in, or to do somebody wrong, right? Or to do the wrong thing for ourselves. But it's about having integrity. This person knows that they did not have any integrity when it came to you. And so, they've been blackballed. They hoped to blackball you, but now they're out here looking crazy. Oh, I'm getting that. Got me looking so crazy right now. Yeah, Beyonce. It's like, you know what I keep getting? It's like a person who was sent to take you out, but then they fell in love with you. They are completely enamored. But it's, you know, it's not like, it doesn't feel divine. It feels, we'll see what comes out. We'll see what comes out. Let's pull a couple tarot cards just to see if there's anything that needs to be clarified in the moment, and then I'll pull some index cards. Thank you, Spirit. Is there anything that needs to be clarified in this moment? Oh, we got Five of Pentacles, King of Swords. So this could have been a King of Swords who was trying to use their sword. You know how you walk with Lady Justice with your sword, speaking truth? This is a cold King of Swords who is now in the Five of Pentacles, isolated, stuck in a state of poverty, because they wielded their sword against you, a divine being. So that's another thing here, is like, it's the energy of wanting to be rescued. Okay, there could be a lot of passionate communication surrounding you at this time, because you're seen here as the Queen of Swords with the Eight of Wands. Oh, look, Judgment. There's something about communication regarding you or this passionate project at this time that is calling judgment on anyone who has worked against you. It's judgment for this King of Swords because of illusions that they were casting about you and things that they were saying regarding lies about you, lies that were told, sneaky things that were done in the background. And this person is in the Nine of Swords. They're very worried. And they know that any kind of connection to you is done with the Death and the Lovers here. That's why they're worried, because after all that they've done to you, they want the Ten of Cups with you. But it's Seven of Wands. You have your boundaries up. You've put protection in place to make sure that you are not impacted by their energy, okay? And you have remained true to you. Like, I'm doing me. You're in the zone. Get in the zone, auto zone. That could be, okay, so somebody might be trying to travel in a car, or somebody could be worried about a car. Somebody could be having car issues, all right? So that goes along with that Five of Pentacles, where there's a lot of, this person is just in a state of feeling broken and feeling like they don't have what they need. Meanwhile, you're in the Six of Wands, shining, you're victorious, because there's something that is now over. A cycle is complete, and you did it very well. You went through this cycle in the most beautiful way, okay? But this is the second time we're seeing card 21, because remember that strategy card came through, and that's card 21, so something has definitely closed out. And what I'm getting is that now, okay, so it's like the best of both worlds. You are meditative. You are in this state where you can just zone out and be in the ethers, okay? You are very cosmically aligned. However, when you need to ground, because that root chakra card came through, okay? So when something happens that involves the physical realm, whether it's money or something legal or whatever, but it's very like in this material realm, in this 3D, you have the strategy that you need, and you're very like, you encompass the entire spectrum. You've mastered the entire spectrum. You're extremely spiritual, but when you need to ground and handle business, you do that too. There's something here about you, and we have Justice right here, and we have the Sun right here. Listen, your success, your balance, there's something about your communication, your loving way, your intuitive nature, and also you being able to maintain that, like the sweetness of a child, you know, that innocence. With the Princess of Cups here, it's nurtured your Ten of Pentacles. It's all about you having the real thing. That's what I'm getting with this Pentacles energy. You have the real thing. You're so spiritual. You're so elevated, but you're also grounded and you're real. That's one reason why you've been able to manifest this Justice. And there's Lady Justice there. That's your boo. Y'all were walking hand in hand in my vision. And you did exactly what you needed to do. And remember, she gave you that sword. So that's another message coming through, is don't forget you do have a sword. Like, yes, you are peace and love and all of that, but you also can wield that sword and speak what you need to speak. Say what you need to say. Write what you need to write. Get that point across, because you do have strategy. And this is your success. This is a huge aspect of your success, is your balance. Okay? Thank you, Spirit. I feel like that's good, because, you know, I don't feel like we need to know much more about that karmic. I mean, they're where they are. You know what I'm saying? And they're definitely feeling stuck. They want to come towards you, but that Seven of Wands that came through, that remains. Divine is saying to keep your boundaries up. You're doing everything the right way. That was a recent message, that you're doing it just right, and you are. Keep doing it, okay? I'm gonna pull a couple of these and then we'll close, beautiful being. Your energy is stellar. Yeah, I don't even remember that Seinfeld episode, but it's something about Elaine, and you know, she may have been tipsy. That might be what it is. I'm not sure if she was or not, but I remember she was going, Stella. She just kept saying that. And so it's like this person is very miserable. They are drinking way too much or using some sort of substance in a way that is not healthy or safe. And it's like they're crying out, like they want you, but you are in another zone. You made your choice and they made theirs. They made their choice to not listen to their higher self, which was telling them to respect you. Okay, maybe to talk it out, to work it out, or to be respectful towards you, and they didn't listen. And so you made your choice. Let's see what is coming through with these cards. Thank you, Spirit. What does this beautiful being need to know? Prosperity. And I was about to pull for abundance. Okay, actually Spirit has said, they have recommended that I pull from this deck, so let's see if there's any recommendations regarding finances or career or anything like that. This is all like, there we go. Yeah, you might have to work with something a little bit, but there is a resolution. I'm hearing work it out. There is a solution. If there's something that you thought was like a problem, Divine says it's being worked out. Finesse it. Finesse it. Yeah. Okay, Spirit. Okay, we've got job loss and rescheduling. So there's something here about you shifting to something else. You may have already done this. You may have chosen a different path than what you initially were focusing on. Okay? I like the fact that it says rescheduling, because that just shows that you chose another path. You chose another way. And this way leads to prosperity. This is your prosperous way. So there's something that didn't go how you had initially planned. Tax refund. There could have been some tax situation that will be resolved. Okay? You know, I'm also getting that some of this could pertain to that karmic energy coming through, because they had the Five of Pentacles. And so this could be explaining why they want to come to you. That's sort of a heads up that they are having financial woes. And you've got the Sun and prosperity here. So there's something about one reason why somebody wants to come towards you is because they are seeing that you are so abundant, and they are experiencing job loss, tax debt, okay, something like that. All right, loans and refinancing. Yeah, it feels like some of this could pertain to you, like you may be paying off a loan. Or if you applied for a loan, like say for a big purchase, maybe for a home or for a car or something like that, you're going to get it. You're manifesting. Something is coming through for you that you've been wanting. You might be paying off debt. All right. And also making sure that you're not creating additional debt that doesn't have to be created. Right? Also, something that I love to do is ask myself, why am I spending right now? Do I need this? You know, is this something I need? Is it something that's going to be worth it once it gets here. Because sometimes, you know, like when you order, like if you shop online, it's just the thrill of purchasing it and waiting for it to get there. And then once it's in your house and it's just sitting there, maybe you've used it a time or two, you're like, eh. So that's something that over the years I have definitely decreased, is the frequency with which I shop. You know, I don't shop as much as I used to, and it feels so good because you see the effect that it has on your finances. You know, if you're an emotional spender, yeah, look, you've got additional income coming. Yeah, that emotional spending is something else. But that's why I ask myself, why am I purchasing this? Am I looking for a pick-me-up? Am I trying to adjust my mood? Or do I need this? Okay? You do have additional income on the way. Your prosperity is increasing. You may have a business expense. This is coming through. If you have a business expense that you've been paying for, ask yourself if it's still needed. Just do a little check-in. Okay? Is this something I still need? Is this something that is benefiting me? Is it worth the money that I'm paying? Is there a more financially beneficial alternative? Is there something cheaper that also gets the job done? Okay? Something like that. All right, let's pull one more from here. Since we had the prosperity card, I just wanted to get some info on the career aspect of your life, beautiful being. But yes, Divine is definitely sending a warning through that regarding karmics. The karmics that planned against you, they are experiencing a lot of loss, financial loss at this time. So by maintaining your boundaries, you are protecting your abundance, because they would want to access that. And for some of you, that may have been something that they were trying to get at the whole time, was your finances. Okay? Yes, purification. You have been purified, beautiful being. You do not want those karmic energies coming back in, no matter how desperate they are. It's unfortunate, and I don't wish bad on them. I hope that they are able to transmute the negative energy that they have brought upon themselves. I hope they learn that lesson. Okay? But it's not your job to do that. It's not my job to do that. They have to do that for themselves. Also, with that intervention card coming through, it's like they want somebody to help them. But you're here at this point to help yourself. And that's not cold. It's just smart. Divine is really guiding you to be in this mode of strategy at this time, where you stand on business. Everything that you have earned, built, and maintained for yourself, you're going to continue to do that. You're going to continue to protect it. And it's not time for somebody to work their way in because they want some pity, or they want some support that really is only going to enable them. The support that they want from you would only enable them and cause them to feel more secure in their negative energy. No, they need to transmute that. You are on a different timeline now. So you're not rolling with the same people. You're not doing the same things that you used to do. You have shifted completely, and it's a good look on you. It looks so beautiful. Your energy is so beautiful and divine. And then you've got spiritual guidance here. So because you have done this work, you are in a state, beautiful being, where you are able to guide others. Whether it's through just being an example, okay, whether you say something or not, or whether you create something and share it. You are an inspiration to other beautiful beings as well. And so by you keeping your energy pure and not aligning with any karmic timelines, you are maintaining a state of mind, a state of being, where you are able to share inspiration with others. And it's legit, because you are walking the walk. You're not just talking the talk. You're walking the walk, and it looks really good on you. I love that you're walking with Lady Justice. All right, beautiful being. Oh, thank you, Spirit, for these messages. I'm so grateful that you allow them to come through me. And thank you, beautiful being, so much. Thank you for taking the time to tune in. I really appreciate you. I appreciate your likes, your shares, your comments, your hypes. your donations, every bit of love that you send my way. I appreciate you and I'm so grateful for it. I love you and I wish you peace. I wish you joy and so many blessings. Take care.